Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M40 M43, the Tier 8 American SPG. This one's located on the south spawn of Cliff, and he's under the command of xBadBoyx. Now he's got one mark of excellence on his barrel, and game's about to start. Okay. It's a Tier 10 battle, and he's Tier 8 Arty, so he's got the opportunity to earn plenty of XP during this game, because of course he'll be hitting higher tier opponents. He's got the 8-inch howitzer. I know that because it's short and fat and it doesn't extend over the front of the vehicle. That signifies that it's the 8-inch, and it's capable of doing 1050 alpha, penetrating 52mm of armour. And he's looking towards the north to see if he can get early shots on any of the enemy. Now this is a replay from October 2017. Trying to get the Object 140. Fires a little late, I think. Yep, and just stuns the Object 140. He's already moved through that particular aim point. Now it does take about 30 seconds to reload the Arty. He's got 16 rounds of ammunition, 4 rounds of premium and 11 of standard. And a number of enemy tanks have now come into sight, so I think he's looking to hit some of the guys on the west side of the map. Okay, he's dialing in on an OHO. He's almost loaded. Rounds out. And a nice little hit for 260. It's a direct hit. Now, we don't have the mods available, I'm afraid. This is an old clients, I'm afraid. Sometimes the mods don't work so well with the older clients, and of course that means there's less to see, less information. It can be useful sometimes to know the flight time of the shell to work out how much you have to adjust the aim. He's looking at that Panther 88 as if he's going to hit that one next. He's loaded, just waiting for the right moment to fire. Fires around in, the Panther pulls back, still gets some splash off him, 273. There's a pair of enemy tanks making their way around the cliff. Oh, 3 of them actually, 2 T10s and an IS-3. That's 2 Tier 9s and a Tier 8. It's quite a force there. And they're kind of bottling our guys up on the hill because they've got a Wizzy 111.58 in front of them. That's a Tier 10, and these guys behind. And well, yeah, they are starting to suffer losses. And there goes another one. That's an IS-3 just died to the T10. Okay, we're loaded. Rounds out on the T10. And, well, he gets a hit, but we didn't see exactly what happened to the shell, I'm afraid, because he pulled away just before the shell arrived. And unfortunately we tried to discourage that, because obviously we want to see where the shell went, what it actually did. Where did it actually land? On the target, near the target? Well, that T10 has been killed. It was taken out of the game by a Waffenträger auf Panzer IV, and we're now trying to hit the IS-3. Almost loaded. He's fired the round trying to fire between them, and he damaged the IS-3 for 192, but the T10 was killed before the shell arrived. Super Conqueror got him. Going up to the hill now because there's an Object 140 up there. And right at the back of the map, that's the Panther 88 that we hit earlier, and well, he was wiped out by the Super Conch, so that's good news. And it looks like the Super Conch made it halfway up the hill, but has been using the ledge to shoot down on the enemy tanks. And the IS-3's gone as well. That's good news. Right, over on the west side of the map, we've got a Jagdtiger and a T110E3. Okay, it looks like he's going to try and hit the E3. Fires around in, pulls out of aim, and we don't actually see what he did. Oh, he got him! He must have set fire to him, because the hit actually came after, well, immediately, and then a short while later we got notification of a fire. 244 hit points off the fire, so yeah, he burned to death. So that's an arsonist badge for certain. So he's got a kill, he's on the board. lost sight of those tank destroyers. What we can see though is an Object 140 over in the Western Pass. He fired a blind shot in and again pulls out of Arty view. So we don't know what the result of that was. We don't know if the shell disappeared, if it hit something or if it didn't. No idea. Again, that sort of like denies the viewer any chance of seeing what you actually did. If you did hit an enemy tank and the shell disappeared without an explosion, we wouldn't know that. Because of course we weren't in the view to see the shell disappear. I think most people understand that, but I'm afraid some Arty players are still denying their viewers the opportunity to see exactly how good they are. Well, that Object 140 is sitting on that pathway from the Western Pass up to the plateau. Looks like the Superconk on our team has managed to make his way all the way up to the lighthouse, which is good news because then he can look down on the enemies and see where they are. But that Wizzy 111 Model 5A is also being a bit of a nuisance. We fire a round in. Again, he pulls out of view, so we don't see what happened except 276 hit points of damage. He's aiming for that Wizzy again. Okay, the Lorraine 40 tons coming to sight, and he's virtually full health. Not anymore, he isn't. Took a big hit there from the girlfriend, the black dog. And he's taking damage as well from the Superconk up on top of the hill. And Bad Boy's lining up a shot, rounds out, and no! Oh! 188 hit points of splash from a near miss. But again, we don't see what happened to the shell. And there's a Nudo 03 on the sniper's nest. And we've lost sight of him. The Lorraine 40 ton came into sight and immediately got taken out of the game by the black dog. Oh, but the black dog's just being killed by the enemy Arty, the Lorraine 15551. So, the scores, well, we're one tank down on the enemy. And this AT-15 seems to be coming south through the Western Pass. We're lined up. Rounds out. I think he might have left that too late. Yes, he did. The shell landed behind him. He should have fired ahead of him or fired when the guy was stationary. But he did stun him and he's picked up some stun assist. But that AT-15 is still there. He's only got 6 rounds of ammunition left. 4 rounds of premium and 2 rounds of the standard. The premium shells are quite expensive, but they do increase the burst radius quite considerably, and or rather the splash radius, and that makes a big difference when you're firing at lots of tanks grouped together. Rounds out on the AT-15, lands behind him, but takes away 175 hit points, and now makes him a splash kill. Can he get another hit on that guy? We're looking up at that Object 140. He's threatening our 4502. Just took a big wallop there from that Object 140. He's pulling back into cover. Can we get a shot? He fires around, but the 140 pulls forward again and he misses. I suppose the only consolation is the 4502 wasn't damaged that much. Certainly not by that last shot, so just need to get one shot on target. The Object 140 is turning around and is he going to pull away? No, he's turning around again. There he is. He's gone down into the dip to see if he can get a shot using his gun depression. He doesn't have much gun depression, but unfortunately, Bad Boys has got a red line when he tries to aim at him directly, but he's got a green line now. Just needs to get a good sighting. There's a red line there. Fires the round in. Unfortunately, the Object 140 is missed by that one. So he's only got 3 rounds left. That was one of the premium rounds he just wasted. Not so good, but 3 rounds left and there's 5 enemy tanks. So the other guys are going to have to step up to the plate if they're going to get a win here. Okay, he's lining up shot. Now he's relocated. He's got a much better angle on that object 140. He's marked on the ground where he's aiming. Let's see if the 4502 can spot him. There he is. Line him up. Rounds out. And yes, he got him this time. Unfortunately, we did lose the Super Conqueror, who was taken out by the 140 before that shot went in. Okay, we're going back to that AT-15, who's sitting up against that rock. We've got 2 rounds left. Well, if he could land a round directly behind that AT-15, he could probably splash kill him. With a premium round, he should be able to take him out. But he's only got 2 rounds left and there's still 4 enemies out there. Okay, he's loaded. Now, rounds out. Yes! And he takes him out the game. So 108 hit points from that one and another kill. That's 3 kills now. But he's only got 1 round left. This is his last round, so he needs it to count. The Oho's saying pay attention to D1. Yep, that's all well and good, but we can't see what's in D1 and we can't fire speculatively because obviously we've only got 1 round left. We need to see a target, and that's where it's important for our teammates to now spot the enemy. Ideally, the Gorilla 15, the Oho and the VK4502 need to move together into the Western Pass and out the other side to find out where the enemy is. We've also got nobody to spot the UDES at the moment. He's probably at grid square A5, and probably shoot at anyone that Jagdtiger spots. And there's also the question of the enemy Arty, and we don't know where he is, but I suspect he's in grid square A1 or A2 because the others were indicating that earlier in the game. Well, they are moving now. The Oho's gone over to the west side. The Gorilla's on the east side of the Western Pass. And they're still indicating the UDES 03. That was an enemy Arty round landing. Probably going after the Gorilla. That's the 2-minute warning. It's getting close now. Oh, there's the Jagdtiger. He's been spotted and killed by the Gorilla. And I heard an Arty round go off as well. So I suspect the enemy Arty is fairly close. And they're indicating grid square A2. And there he is. He's actually in A1, A2. And we're lined up, ready to shoot. And oh, well, the Oho gets the kill. So that means there's only 1 enemy left. It's that UDES 03. Last seen in grid square A5. It'd be nice if we could see him. Our guys are moving over towards the enemy cap. Ideally, we need the 4502A to go up there and have a look. But he's headed west. He's looking towards the cliff edge. Oh, we just lost the Oho to the UDES. That's the last minute horn. There he is. He's been located and he just killed our Gorilla. We fire around in and yes! Last shot kill. And that wins the game for Bad Boys. And let's have a look at the end of battle results, see how this one paid out. Well, it's an ace tank of our bad boys in the M40, M43. Probably not his first either. He's got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 15 in that one. He got an arsonist because he set fire to the T110E3 and saw it burn up. Well, he didn't see it burn up, but he found out it had burned up because he pulled away from the Arty view before it actually appeared. Now, it would have been nice if we'd actually seen it suddenly appear as a flaming wreck. He got a fighter badge for killing at least 4 enemy tanks. He got 4 exactly, but he did pick up an epic medal. He got the Fadin's medal, and you only get that if you can kill the last enemy with the last round of ammunition in your magazine, and that's exactly what he did. Took out that UDES 03 on top of the hill, and he got a Confederate as well because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That actually went to the Wizzy 111 Model 5A on the enemy team with 7,203 hit points of damage. The Superconk managed 5,354 and the Gorilla 15 4,076. But Bad Boys wasn't far behind with 3,187 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, he was tops. He got 4 kills, 3 kills to the Superconk, 3 kills to the 111 Model 5A and 3 kills to the UDES. When it came to base XP, it was him as well. Yes, he got 1,194, 1,150 to the Superconk and 931 to the Tortoise. He fired 16 rounds, got 4 direct hits and 4 penetrations. I suspect that last one on the UDES was a pen as well. 11 splash, damage of 3,187 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 11 of the enemy, killed 4, and did 2,185 hit points of stun assist off 12 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 53,211 credits, and after ammunition resupply and consumables, and this is the kicker, he did fire 4 premium rounds, and they are expensive, so he actually ended up with a loss on that game of 21,229 credits, but he will make that back, I'm sure. 1,791 XP times 2 for the first victory on this one, and 896 from personal reserves, took away 4,478 experience points altogether. So I'm sure he'd be very happy to get the Fadin's medal because they are rare. They're difficult to get hold of because it means you have to expend all your ammo and kill that last enemy with your last shot, and so it doesn't happen that often. These are rare medals, so congratulations on getting a rare epic medal. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and we will have more replays from 2017 coming up shortly. Thanks for watching.